This is my agility drill vlog, and I'm going to be talking about the Illinois agility test. The Illinois agility test is set up on a 10 by 5 metre grid using 8 cones. So there's a square with 4 cones in each corner, and then through the centre of the width there's 4 cones about 3.3 metres apart from each other, which are directly 2.5 metres into the grid. The idea is from the first cone you sprint directly towards the second outer cone before coming back down to the middle, weaving through those central 4 cones, reaching round the end, weaving back through, coming out of the central cones towards the third outer cone before sprinting back to the fourth final cone back at the start line on the opposite side of the grid. On screen now are some scores for the agility test. They're excellent, above average, average, below average and poor for male and females, taken from Bischow and Taylor 1996 for this test. So what we see now is the athlete doing the first attempt at the Illinois agility test. So the start position is on the floor, and this particular drill takes him 16.94 seconds from getting up off the floor. So he's quite quick moving in a straight line, but turning around the post, there's a lot of additional footwork movement, a lot of arm movement trying to help turn him into those positions as he turns around the cone. And from a side view, we see that his straight line acceleration slows down quite rapidly in that 10 metre length on the grid. So in the technical model, we're looking for a quick get up off the floor, and the start position is head facing forwards, hands by shoulders. As the athlete gets up, they sprint from one cone to the next, quickly turn around the cone before sprinting in the opposite direction, and then proceeding to weave throughout the 4 cones in the middle without knocking any of the cones over. We've used flat cones in this video rather than tall cones, before sprinting to the penultimate cone and then sprinting from that cone straight back to the start line. The aim is to do this as quickly as possible without knocking any of the cones over or stepping on any of the cones. So the videos that are showing now are the athlete going through some practice drills between practicing it for the first time, having never done this before. So what we see is on some of these drills, on multiple screenings, the athlete fails to complete the agility test correctly, probably due to a lack of familiarisation and a lack of motor control in this area. So in some cases he performs a double weave through the cones for maybe a third time as well. In other cases he misses the weave out completely, or really struggles to coordinate under that fatigue element, where we see that he finds it difficult to remember what he needs to do and in which direction he needs to go. We filmed most of these in one direction only. Because of this, we found that when we swapped the direction over to starting on the left hand side of the grid or the right hand side of the grid, depending which way you look at it, that he really struggled to then reverse the turning pattern and the change of direction around the cones, especially the weave cones. So I've slowed this one down, and you can see where this particular athlete might lose time, and it appears to be in the deceleration or the braking forces coming into the cones and the change of direction in the weave. So this particular athlete is about 6'2". He's never done any agility before. He's a BMX rider, and we see that this change in speed, change in direction around the cones is actually quite difficult for him. In the slow motion video, we also see that he uses his limbs quite a lot in order to help change his direction quickly and effectively. There's not that much force coming through the leg that I can see, and that real change of direction is driven by twisting the upper body on the leg. Now he is wearing studs for this because the grass was actually quite wet when we filmed all of these, so he has got an element of caution using studs on here as well. So between the videos that we've taken from the first one through some of the practice drills and then the correct execution of the drills at the end, we see approximately half a second improvement in timing, but we did find, obviously we've saved these videos for the improvements after having done the drills directly, so there is an element of fatigue in there. I haven't had a chance to video these with the athlete completely fresh, just due to time constraints, so I'd be interested to see how this is executed once he's fully recovered and there's that